Hi everyone, welcome to stream. I'm so excited today. We are playing We Happy Few. Hopefully I got the game volume low enough. Apparently it was like really loud. I had to turn my output capture down like halfway, which I've never had to do before. So hopefully you can hear me. Let me know if you need to if I need to turn it down more or if I need to turn my mic up more. But yeah, I don't know much about this game except for the fact that it has strong anti-psych themes, and I'm really excited to get into that because I'm excited to have some fun psychiatry discourse. Funny story, literally this always happens to me right before I start streaming, when I post all of my I'm live now stuff on social media. I almost always end up running into something that completely distracts me and takes me off course, some discourse or some horrifying thing that someone's updating me on or whatever. And the dev of Wicked Willow actually tweeted at me multiple times because apparently they caught my stream. I didn't have the time to read the tweets fully, but hopefully I'm not beefing with the type of well-known, beloved indie game now, because yeah, that would not be good. But yeah, so that's a thing that happened. Also, someone made a weird comment on one of my YouTube videos that I have to address. It wasn't entirely overly negative, it was just a bad take that was weird. Anyways, but it doesn't matter. I need to stop seeing these things right before I start streaming because then my brain gets all out of whack and I get all distracted. But yeah, we're playing Happy Few. We Happy Few. That's what we're doing right now. I'm back on track. So, also, I saw that this game is set in 1960s London, apparently. And wait, I should probably use the Xbox controller. And I think that's interesting because the anti-psych movement apparently was pretty strong in the 60s, especially. Okay. Oh, you can choose different characters to play. That's interesting. Or not. Okay. Easy, normal, hard. You know what? I'm gonna do easy because I'm here for the discourse. I'm not so much here for challenging combat, and I've never played this game before. If this ends up being too easy, I might have to adjust the difficulty. Hopefully I can do that later on, but yeah. Begin? Thank you. Hello! Hi, Sarah. We'll dip out for a bit, and then back in properly later. Okay, that's cool. Happy people have no past. Already we're having so many things happening in my brain. Just that's interesting. That's really interesting. Victory over communism. That's interesting. Also, the vibes of this game kind of give me BioShock a bit. No swimming in the river.
Oh, heavens no.
There's... Oh, wow. Oh, it's a redactor. Basically, you have to, erase certain articles because they're too controversial or whatever.
Oh, God.
That's really interesting.
It is very dangerous to put your hand outside the windows of the train.
Arthur, where are you? Arthur! How did you go? Arthur! Arthur! Arthur!
I should just take my joy, shouldn't I?
Sorry, I'm just having experiences. Yeah, and this is interesting, right? They're giving me a choice. They're giving me a choice right off the bat. You can take joy or you can hold X to remember. So basically, the deal is you have these pills, like it's very Brave New World, right? You have these pills that you take to basically make you happy, as the name Joy suggests. And not only do they make you happy, I think they like cloud the world in a specific way. Like you can even see it with like those slight like lighting and graphic change, so you don't like notice certain things. And that's super significant, right? But the fact that they're already giving me a choice is super interesting. I didn't think I'd get a choice yet, but let's do this.
Percy! Percy!
Oh yeah, this article is about him. Hastings Brothers wins scrap gathering prize.
What have you been up to? No one's seen you for hours.
Nose to the grindstone, you know.
Then why haven't I heard a single whoosh through the door since 10 o'clock? Did you forget we're having Deirdre's birthday party?
Oh.
We've got a piñata.
Right. Brilliant. Of course.
Have you forgotten your joy?
Of course not. Snug as a bug on a drug.
Well, come on then, finish up.
Just have a few more pages. I know you're very busy.
Then don't take too long to finish.
Oh, that smile is terrifying.
The power cell's empty.
Well, what will you do?
I'll get a new one.
Oh, Lord. God, this is so much already. Okay, where do I get a new power cell? Here? I'm just looking around at this
I lack
place.
my father's common touch. So could you just pretend that I know how to motivate you?
I'm searching the file cabinets. Nope. Requires lockpick. Okay, fine.
I have no idea how hard it was to find flour for a cake. I'm going to be quite put out if it goes stale.
Okay, fine. Jesus.
There is now a curfew in effect at night.
And you can choose to accept the document or censor it.
bothers?
So now they're
We'll look out for
having
each
it
other.
be my decision
what we'll
now.
That's a
Let's
past
accept
we
it.
can remember safely.
That's a past we can remember safely.
I expect you in the conference room presently. Don't dawdle. You don't want to miss the piñata.
That's so...
Wasn't Prudence supposed to be coming back today? I made her a welcome back card.
Jim Bing clarifies registration procedure. Jen Robert Bing, the municipal liaison to the Occupation Authority, appeared on Parade Street late last night to speak to a crowd of citizens urgently requesting clarification of the new child registration rule. Interesting. As most Wellingtonians, that's an unnecessarily long word, know by now, all children who will be under the age of 13 by July 22nd must be isn't that Rachel Amber's birthday? Sorry, not to completely get off track, but like it just popped out at me. I think that might be Rachel Amber's birthday. Must be registered with the authority, General Bing, so they're registering children under the age of 13. That's suspicious. That's weird. I don't like that. See, I have a choice about this, right? If I want to go along with like what they want me to do or push back right out the gate. Well, I don't think there's anything super shady by their standards in this article. I don't know if there is.
That's a rather inconvenient bit of history.
That's a rather inconvenient bit of history, but we're not censoring it. Drug trials, a qualified success, says Sir Robert. The first round of trials of a new anti-melancholic medication have been a qualified success, stated Dr. Alexander Gross, acting head of the Melancholia Studies Laboratory. I'm debating whether I want to get into the anti-psych discourse now or wait a little while. I mean, we can do it in doses, I suppose. So I was reading up on this game. You have some mid-survival elements. You have to eat and sleep to maintain health. Interesting. Alright, well, sure, I'll do that, I guess. You have the choice to use the drug Joy. Not using it will eventually attract negative attention from the police and other citizens. Okay, this is really interesting. This is interesting because this whether they were intending to or not, and I'm pretty sure that they were intending to, this draws a direct parallel between people who experience mental distress. We can draw a direct parallel between antidepressants and like Joy, right? Like the drug that basically like zaps any negative feelings and gets rid of any sadness. And if you choose not to take the drug, you attract negative attention from other people, and you attract negative attention from the police. That draws a direct parallel between people who neurodivergent people being forcibly medicated, often against their will, particularly people who experience psychosis, and you'll often be arrested. And like a lot of people don't think of being institutionalized in a psych ward as being arrested because it's not a real prison, but that's bullshit. If you can't leave, it's a prison. It is absolutely a real prison. So that's super. We're already getting into that juiciness. It's super significant. I'm just like, oh my god, this is so good. Sorry, I'm going like full crazy autism mode right now because this is just so good. Okay. Like, dressing in a poor person's clothes in a rich area will get the attention of the police. That's also really good and significant and juicy, because it's like, it makes the connection between poverty and mental distress. And it makes it, and that's real, right? Like, the police harass poor people. They harass homeless people, people who don't look like... people who look ragged or whatever, people who like might look homeless, whatever that means. So basically take Joy, fit in, and be rich, and then you're okay. Taking Joy reduces your powers and makes the world look sunny and bright. Yeah, there's like the different like I was talking about this earlier, the different graphics and the different lighting where like things look like brighter and shit. Yeah. That's so interesting. Coming off Joy, if you use it too much, will cause withdrawal symptoms. Alright. I appreciate you doing this research for me, Steve. I really do. But part of this I want to discover on my own, like, as I progress through the game. But thank you for letting me know this stuff. It's all really interesting. Okay, where was I? Despondency can be induced in rats by repeatedly giving them electric shocks. Wonderful, and we're getting into like electric shock therapy as well. Despondent rats take up to twice as long to navigate a maze after administration of the drug. Previously despondent rats regained up to 50% of their navigation speed before administration of the shocks. The drug now has to be tested in human volunteers. Citizens who wish to apply as a potential volunteer, there's only way. Okay, so I think they wouldn't see this as controversial, but who knows? I'm controversially, I'm not going to censor anything. I'm going to be like, this is coming out. Well, the game listed all this, so I guess it wasn't giving too much away. Oh yeah, it's fine. It's fine, Steve. I just, yeah, I didn't want to, like, be learning anything before you're naturally supposed to learn it in the game, but if they just listed all, then it's no big deal, it's fine. So does this mean I'm done? Because there's no more canisters? Arthur Hastings, Employee of the Year, Department of Archives, Recycling, and Printing. The graphics in the section look like something from BioShock. I'm pretty sure I said that, or at least I was in the process of saying that before I got distracted, but yeah. Okay, so these are locked, right? We need to... Oh, that one's not locked. That one's empty. It's also empty. Can I leave? Okay, sure. Clive Birtwhistle. Internetwork. Can I come in here? No, that's locked.
Clive Birtwhistle. You're off at the party, aren't you?
Restricted area. No unauthorized personnel beyond this point. Well, I'm not paying attention to that. It's glowing at me, so I think I should read it. And here's a letter, and when I'm almost positive it's Clive's terrible handwriting. Dear Director Bing, one of your employees is a subversive. Subversive. He may even be a downer. I overheard him in the commissary telling a friend that he thinks his job redacting old articles is silly, and what's so scary about the truth? He's very tall, slim, with black hair, brown eyes, and glasses. I know I should know his name, but I'm a naturally shy woman, and... Oh, Clive's a woman. I didn't realize... I thought that was the guy's name, but oh well. I guess I shouldn't be making assumptions. And there it leads off. A shy woman, are you, Clive? Or a nasty, manipulative schemer? Yeah. Don't be a fucking, what am I saying? Narc, basically. Oh, total kills, total takedowns, total number of attack actions, total numbers of the NPCs distracted, total coins collected, total joy pills consumed, total times overdosed on joy, total times crash from joy to joy toxicity, total times plague contracted, total times infection contracted, total points healing used, total times food poisoning contracted. Oh Lord. I like it tells you after you've searched something if it's empty.
Well, let's see what Miss Bing thinks of your work now, Clive.
That's a little shady. Farm workers expected to return from Germany with last harvest and frost paintings of the valley. Each high-paid and well-fed volunteer worker replaces one German soldier heroically fighting communism on the Eastern Front. Unemployed men of Wellington Wells who are interested in volunteering for work in Germany in the spring should contact Hauptmann Werner Erhardt in his office at Waterloo House. Alright.
Oh, I think not.
Let's just censor it. Taxi service restored on 3 wheels. Let's just censor shit, because why not? Wellington under reopens. Thanks to the heroic efforts of Colvin Staffenberg's efficient mechanics, the Wellington under will restore limited service. The following stations will be served from 1 hour after curfew ends to 1 hour before curfew begins. Waterloo, Minorca, City Hall, Trafalgar, Thermae, Victoria. Tickets are 1 shilling 6 pence. Is that what that is? The fact that I know that. The British are taking over my brain. For the aged. Details are available at the stations during operating hours. I'm not sure if this is controversial or not. Sure,
No, thank you.
Alright. Oh my god, that's a poster of my face. Or his face. Doodled on. That doesn't seem very positive of you. Keep your chin up. It's funny because that literally reminds me of like those hang in there posters with the dumb kittens. I mean, kittens are never dumb, they're adorable, but you get the idea. The posters are dumb. Yeah. What does that say?
The canister wonders what life's like outside the tube. Of course he'd have to break the tube to get out. Well,
beauty is truth. Yikes. Yikes a Rooney. Okay. Oh my god, and we're just stuck inside here.
What happened to you, Prudence? You're not coming back, are you, Prue? But where did you go?
Yeah, it literally makes everything brighter. No one's gonna throw that shit out? Well, these file cabinets are empty. Alright.
Are you off your joy, Prue? I mean, you too.
Interesting. Did she just make a run for it? Or was she
leave me alone.
hospitalized?
I took my joy. No, leave me alone. No.
Oh look, someone's being forcibly drugged. And those masks that they wear with like the smiles are so fucking creepy. Oh. Did you get the DLCs for this game? All of them are on sale right now for about $7. I guess you'll know after you want to play this today. After you play this today if you want to get them or not. Yeah, I probably want to get the DLCs. Especially if they're only on sale for $7. I'm already like in love. Nope, it's jammed. Just so juicy and terrifying and good. What's in here?
We seem to be a bit behind in our work now that you mention it.
Oh boy, yeah, no shit, Cheryl.
Ask yourself a few questions. Do you feel pain in your bones? I have another Are you
There's something. Oh, did we just crouch? I didn't mean to do that. How do I uncrouch? Oh, we need a lockpick. How are we gonna find a lockpick? Sure, I'll find one eventually.
And like all traditional English enemies, we've used it before, yes, and we'll use it again.
There we go.
As you know, England has traditionally ruled the seas. Rule Britannia, Britannia rules the waves. Britons never, never, never shall.
It's never too late to have a happy past.
And that means that
Yeah, the whole concept of like erasing painful parts of history and like making it all happy is so interesting.
not poor right now. But if you eat nothing but, you're going to get sick. You see, your body needs vitamin C.
Especially when you think about like
The sailors are longing this voyage.
not just from a psychiatry standpoint, but from a general like
Well, I know
living under capitalism standpoint, like
and we soon discovered that fresh vegetables.
someone was I was watching a video essay on Cyberpunk 2077 called
Well, Captain,
the allure of fatalism, I think it is.
you were the sailor.
And like, oh, I just progressed plot by
There
mistake.
you are. You nearly missed the piñata. It's the most adorable Spanish custom. Uncle Jack did a whole show about it. You smash it until all the sweets come out.
I know how a
Come
piñata
on,
works, thank
Nick.
you. Okay, what I was saying was like, it's that concept in Night City that I think is true here, where like you try and erase like the reality of the situation you're in, like the reality of the exploitation you're experiencing by like indulging in like vices and being distracted by like all of these like bright, flashy, like cool things, like, you know, like constant drugs are on supply, like there's like basically like brothels everywhere and like joy toys. Sorry, there's like crap under my fingernails. And even the way the city is designed, like all of the like flashing lights and the bright like shiny advertisements, and it's like our society does that too, like tries to distract you from like all the crap by like basically like dazzling you with shiny objects in your face and like distracting you like a cat basically, or like a baby. Like, don't pay attention to all of the like fucking exploitation and poverty and like homeless people on the streets. Don't pay attention to the fact that like the rich are exploiting the fuck out of you and billionaires exist while like some people are starving. Don't pay attention to the genocides and the fucking like all that shit. Look, here's like another like fucking Marvel movie. Look, here's like the newest like shiny expensive thing. Look, here's the newest iPhone. Like, look at this, look at that. Like, McDonald's is doing this and that and the other thing now. Like, don't you want to go try one? And it's like so much of our society is like, I don't know if I'm making sense, but so much of our society is built around like trying to distract you from what's really going on with just like vices and shit. And I'm not saying that like indulging in any of that stuff makes you a bad person. Like, obviously not. Like, there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. But there is something to be said for like how so many people just like want to like shut their eyes and close their ears and just like drown out the noise and like dive deep into escapism. That's the word I was looking for this whole time. Yeah, like this is about escapism. This is like escapism taken to the max. mixed in with like psychiatric abuse, and it's very interesting.
Hit it! Hit it!
Okay, fine. I'll hit the damn video.
Hit it!
Smash it! Smash it!
Oh, what's going on?
You are off your joy. Take one of mine. Oh my lord. He's a downer. Call security. We've got a downer.
Great, now I have to run away.
Take your joy. Take your joy. Take your
Probably
joy.
a bad time to ask for that
Take your
raise.
joy. Take your joy.
Oh god, we're stuck in a damn closet.
Take your joy.
How the fuck am I gonna get out of here?
Take your joy. Take your joy. Take your joy. Take your joy.
Oh, there's a ladder. Great.
Take your joy. 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 Take your joy.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to get rid of the overlay momentarily because it's covering the screen, kind of distracting me. There we go. Thank fuck that door wasn't locked.
Got a downer here, haven't we? Put that down! I'll fix you!
Great.
You
I don't know if that was supposed to happen or...
Forget him, there's no time.
Happy is the country with no past. Complete Arthur's intro. Okay, apparently that was supposed to happen, I think. Already, just like so much.
Christ, how far did those bastards chase me? There were bridges, weren't there? And tunnels. I'm pretty sure I'm not in the parade anymore. I don't even think I'm still in the village.
Cool. Find a way up and out. Alright, so we came through that way, I guess. So, how do I check my inventory? Oh, alright, so...
Now, if I was Percy, I'd just go promenading about, wondering why everyone was staring. I never did quite grasp what's so important about wearing clothes.
Georgie bandage, ew. Getting nasty infection is better than bleeding out, right? Stops bleeding can cause infection. Oh, I have a lockpick. Oh no, that's crafting. So I don't have a lockpick, but you can, make it out of stuff. Interesting. Okay, that's fascinating. That's a map. These are our objectives. Where the hell am I? Somewhere under the Garden District, I think. I suppose I won't know until I get topside. I need to find some way up now. Great, okay. What were you thinking? Well, Arthur, you've gone and done it, haven't you? Not only spectacularly quit your job, but you're a downer now. The townsfolk will unleash the hounds, or they would, if we hadn't eaten them 28 years ago. The wastrels do not seem terribly friendly. I hope they aren't really cannibals. Oh god, I'm one of them now, aren't I? I've got to get out of Wellington Wells. I've got to get over the bridge and off the islands, which means I've got to get back into the parade district, don't I? Which I was just chased out of. Brilliant. What in dog's name were you thinking? Percy, I saw his picture from just before we put him all on the train. God, that horrible grinding steel and the screams. How he must hate me. Why did I tell the Jerrys I was already 13? They were only off by 10 days. Why didn't I keep my mouth shut? And get on the train to go off to Germany with him like I promised him. I can't remember, but I promised him. That's gotta mean something. I've got to find Percy wherever he is and make sure he's okay. P.S. How long have we been eating rats? Yeah, literally. A letter from Miss Bing. Oh look, Miss Bing has written Clive a letter. Dear Mr. Birtwhistle, it is so thoughtful of you to suggest how best to rearrange the department. I am always grateful for the suggestions from junior staff of how best to do my job as director. However, I am afraid that it would be de-establishing to swap your office with that of Mr. Hastings. Fortunately, turnover in this department is high. If Prue doesn't return soon, I don't see why you couldn't have her office. In the meantime, I suggest you pop on their joy. You'll feel the sunshine on your face, whether you have a window or not. All the best, Victoria Bing, director. Take that, Clive, you little shit. Oh, so Clive is a guy. Hang on, I'm slightly confused about that. Whatever. Okay. That's our objective marker, I guess. Well, that's terrifying. Happy faces drawn on everything. Diary of Prudence Holmes. Was this a mistake? It seemed so clever to disappear at first, rather than trying to brazen my way across the bridge. After enough joy, they'd forget they'd ever known a Prudence Holmes. Basically, Clive would take my office and they'd forget anyone else was ever in it. And now that I'm here, I wonder, should I put my trust in Mr. Kite? And where are his bloody instructions? In the abandoned house? Yes, but which abandoned house? They're all abandoned. How to deal with these wastrels? My god, they look like something out of Dante. We'd chase someone out whenever they wouldn't take their joy, but we never really thought about where they went. I know we chased them out when joy made them sick, but I didn't know it was here, to starve and weep and remember. I assumed they were sent to a sanatorium, a decent hospital, but I suppose that's what I wanted to believe. We are all complicit. We know without knowing, and I don't want to, and we don't want to remember, so we don't. My god, I can't wait to get to the wasteland. Or the mainland. Sorry. So that's interesting. Her saying, we're all complicit, we know without knowing. Like, you know something's off, or you know something's going on, but you don't know the full details. Like, I feel like that a lot of that is significant because it can kind of apply to our world in the sense that, like, we are aware of certain injustices or horrible shit happening in certain places. And, like, a lot of people just want to, like, turn a blind eye to it and kind of pretend it's not happening. Or actively make the decision not to learn more, because that way you can still claim you didn't know any better. That's really interesting. And her talking about, I thought that they were going to be sent to a sanatorium. That's interesting because, like, being sent to a sanatorium isn't that great either because, like I've already said, prison, etc. But a lot of people dealing with, you know, stuff like mental distress just end up on the streets, end up homeless, and that's essentially, I think, what has happened with these, like, what they call downers. They just end up, like, in the sewer systems, basically.
Prudence really did run off, and she ran this way. I wonder if I'll see her again.
I gotta remember that I need to, like, eat and also, like, sleep and stuff. But I do think it is interesting how you have to do all that stuff. In this game. About, like, the way that, like, people dealing with mental distress and also people who are uncompliant and people who are poor and houseless are treated, and all those things kind of congregate into one, like, center of the diagram, or the Venn diagram, if you will. And you have to actively work to keep your character alive through keeping them well fed and paying attention to their needs. I think that's significant, and that's really interesting. Oh, we found bobby pins. Good. Okay. Or at least stuff to craft bobby pins. Okay. To Rupert Underhill, Station 4, from Jim Watt, Chief Engineer. Dear Rupert, are you quite certain Teddy's off his joy? Perhaps he merely forgot. You've got to look after your mates, man. Have you tried tying a string around his finger? That always helps me. Anyway, I can't reassign Teddy because I haven't got a replacement. All the juniors... Oh, sorry. I'm kind of sleep deprived. All the juniors are off at Scargill. The substance has been severing all sorts of connections, and the Modulin must flow. But I really appreciate you sticking by your post. If we don't do our duty, who are we? But try the string around the finger. I feel certain you will manage the situation. All my best, Jimmy. Great. XO Miss Misty. Remember who you're fighting for, does that say? He's not off his joy. Oh, to James Watt from Rupert Underhill, Station 4. He's not off his joy. He's lost the plot completely. That's interesting, that phrasing of lost the plot. Was that phrase really that old? Or is that a case of, like, an anachronism? Because I didn't think people started saying that until, like, recently. But I might be wrong. And he's hoarding all the carrots, and he growls at me when I try and eat mine. I'm gonna try and talk some sense into him, then I'm coming back to the village, duty be damned. What are sovereigns? Hang on, let me check the old inventory. Don't see them. There we go. I crafted a lockpick.
There we go. 3 years of the salamander and me getting into constant trouble finally pay off.
No, I can break into shit. Hell yeah. Too bad I can't go back to the other cabinets and unlock them from before, but oh well. That's the way it came from, right? Yeah, I think so. That's the bathroom I was in. Yeah, we gotta go this way.
I'll need some odds and bobs and bits of metal to make a lockpick.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry, game. I know what I'm doing.
What happened to him? Or rather, who?
Rupert Underhill. That's the guy who was talking to the other guy in the letters. Yeah, there's like electroshock little like portable devices. Christ alive, that scared me. Oh, we're having a flashback. Okay.
No one's going to hurt you, Percy. I promise.
But they hurt the city.
I don't think they'll blow anything else up.
Why?
Because we surrendered, I hope.
Well, what are we going to do, Arthur?
We're brothers. We'll look out for each other.
So we have trauma related to the situation with our brother. And now he's like missing. Or we don't know where he is. I suppose that's the definition of missing. September 18th. I look into the lights like the doctors ordered. I could swear I see shapes in there moving around like shadows but made of light. And there's shadows all around, always around the corner. He keeps turning lights off, says he wants to save the bulbs. He's trying to make me think I'm going blind, isn't he? How he loves to feel superior. September 19th. Took 2 joy just so I could stand his ugly face. Why won't it work? Has he swapped them out for something? How will you pronounce that? Paracetamol? Jelly beans? Jesus, we haven't had jelly beans since... Have we ever had jelly beans? September 20th. I hate when he talks in that slow, condescending voice like I'm a child. I'm not a child, am I? I don't even know any children, obviously. Jesus, what's wrong with my joy? September 22nd. There he is, scritching away in his corner. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Eh, Mr. Gibbon? And then the whoosh of the... pneumatic tube. He's blaming it all on me, what happened, isn't he? He says it's his missus. I don't believe he's still got a missus. With his big mossy teeth, I bet she went on holiday long ago. Was I married once? How did it end? I've got an awful feeling in my stomach. I'm not sure I'm going to enjoy remembering. Something is all fucked up about the joy, and he won't send me home. We've got to stay here. Duty. September 25th. I can hear him crunching in the dark. It isn't rats, it's his big mossy teeth. I lie awake and picture squeezing his throat till he turns the color of my carrots he bloody well stole. He's plotting something. September 28th. Oh, I think this was the friend that the other guy was talking about. September 28th. Let him try to weasel out of this one. I saw him writing those lies. Reassign me, will he? Off my joy, am I? I'm bloody well tripling up and he knows it. October 6th. We've come to the end of our time. We've come to the end of our time. We've come to the end of our time. Jesus. Like angry, sad faces. There's something interesting here about... Oh yeah, that's just my inventory. Okay. There's something interesting here, though, about like how conditions often what we call manufacture, like mental illness or mental distress. And that's not to say that like all those things are fake or not real. It's to say that like it's socially constructed in the sense of like, first of all, our ideas of like what we understand to be certain things, like for example ADHD, depression, schizophrenia, etc., etc., etc. We categorize and label these things based on like our like human inventions, and like psychiatry is a human invention based on human perception, often a biased Western colonial perception that is flawed. And that's not to say that those experiences are real or actually happening. Of course they are. It's just they don't exist independent of a context, and that is the context that they live in. And they also don't exist independent of environment and independent of society and social pressures. Like, people are breaking and cracking up, whatever you want to say, going insane, because of course they are, because this is the situation that they're stuck in. This is the situation that they live in. They're all being collectively gaslit, essentially, and like basically cajoled into like just taking a pill to like make all their sadness and their bad memories go away. Like, of course you're gonna have some kind of like breakdown, and when you of course you're gonna end up in situations where like things are gonna start like not working as well, because like meds don't affect everyone the same way, and like a lot of people, like I'm one of those people, antidepressants don't really work on as well. And then you, like, if you're made to feel like there's something wrong with you because of that, because it's not working on you, then you start to feel like you're just broken or crazy. Hopefully that made sense. I feel like I'm just all over the place today. Should we sleep? I feel like maybe we should sleep.
Sweet dreams, Arthur.
Great, okay. How the fuck am I getting out of here? Oh, can I... Oh, I gotta make a lockpick. Hang on. Hang on. I know what I'm doing. How come I can't pick the lock? Or do I need to find a key? Oh, it's a key card reader. Can I hack it? Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that scared the fuck out of me.
That's the first fight I've won since primary school.
Okay.
Actually, I think it's the first fight I've been in since primary school.
Hi, Sarah. Oh, okay. Scared the crap out of me. I wonder what the science behind joy is. Well, like, you know how a lot of psychiatric drugs, particularly SSRIs, operate on a very shaky science and are underpinned by the incorrect, probably, chemical imbalance theory of depression, anxiety, etc. Yeah. I do wonder what the science of joy is. I imagine that, like, arguably, the general gist of joy is, like, because it's not exactly like an antidepressant, right? Because you're not just like trying to like, the general gist of like, as I'm sure you know, SSRIs is like serotonin, I forget what the second S stands for, but rehibitor, something. I don't actually remember what it stands for now, but it's something to do with serotonin. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to know. Joy seems to induce some kind of psychosis. Yeah, exactly. Like, it seems to be like you're basically like being drugged in the sense of like, okay, I've never been on like any like serious drugs. I don't think weed counts, so like I don't really know how that works or affects your mind, but like a lot of drugs tend to kind of almost induce a kind of like mild psychosis in you, depending on what results you get. Like, and it seems like it creates this like almost like shared hallucination where like things seem like just like, you know, better, like clouded, and like the reality of things is like papered over with like rainbows and sunshine. I mean, that's not how like an hallucination actually works, because I think it's pretty impossible for like everyone to hallucinate exactly the same thing, because people have different brains. But I don't know, I'm just talking out of my ass here. Reuptake inhibitor, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, like the deal with antidepressants is they're supposed to basically like boost your serotonin, and that's your like or not just boost your serotonin, but boost your ability to make serotonin. And that's gonna like make you happier in theory. Obviously that doesn't always work because like the circumstances surrounding your depression are often like environmental, societal, and systemic, and just like making more serotonin isn't really gonna help in the long run. But yeah, and sometimes like I don't even know if the biology of it even works on everyone, or it's just the placebo effect, because like for me, like I swear, like antidepressants were doing jack shit. So like, yeah. It also affects memory, which can be a side effect of long-term use of some psychiatric medication. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've ever taken anything that had like memory loss as a side effect personally, but I think, yeah, like I don't doubt that there are some psychiatric meds that do that. I don't know, there are some really interesting things that have happened that people theorize as collective delusion, but the theories around this are strange for a lot of reasons. Yeah, that's true. Like, you could argue that collective delusion is, like, it depends on the situation, but some of those cases might just be, like, a shared belief based in, like, certain societal factors at the time. Like, I don't know, the belief that, like, the apocalypse is coming or something. I can't think of any good examples for some reason. Like, if something was, like, cajoling people or influencing people into a certain, like, belief or delusion. And, like, depending on, like, if people have certain political affiliations or stances, or, like, they're similar in the things that they already think and feel and believe about the world, then, like, I think those people might, like, buy into similar, yeah, I don't really like using the word delusions because it sounds kind of derogatory, but maybe, I don't know. And the thing is, like, what's considered in theory, SSRIs apparently work by stopping the reuptake of neurotransmitters in your brain, essentially because they aren't being reabsorbed. It builds up in your brain instead of being absorbed. Oh! Wow, well, fuck me, I guess. I've been explaining antidepressants wrong for the past 5 years of my life, but who gives a shit, because like you said, it's very shaky science anyways. Like, everything I learned in my psych classes apparently just went in one ear and out the other, but, like, yeah. It's a lot to go into, but yeah, the science behind SSRIs and how they actually work and their long-term effects are like, who knows. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, insidious sacrifice, something that I think is interesting that they raise, or it kind of gets raised, whether the writers intended it to be or not, is like, what is and isn't considered a delusion is very, like, contingent based on society and, like, the culture that you're surrounded by and the environment you're in, because, like, a lot of the things that Senua believes and feels are very heavily, like, contextual based on, like, her culture and the environment she was raised in and brought up in, because, like, it actually seems kind of reasonable to believe that you could go into hell and fight the gods for the sake of, like, saving your boyfriend's soul. Like, that's an incredibly, like, kind of reasonable thing, I think, to believe, considering, like, belief in the gods and in hell was, like, common in her village and amongst her people. So, like, could you even really consider that a delusion, per se, by, like, traditional standards? I guess I'm pressing the button. Hang on. I didn't even really search this room properly yet, I don't think. Okay. You know, I think I looked through all of this stuff already. Can you go through this? Is this a trap door? There are many kinds of antidepressants other than SSRIs, but those are the most common ones at the moment. Most previously used ones were discovered to be very dangerous. LMAO. Yeah. They still prescribe the older ones sometimes if a case is severe. Like, I've been put on SNRIs and Tricyclics. Is it Tricyclics? I don't know how to pronounce that. A lot of this has just been me butchering the pronunciation of things throughout this entire playthrough, so that's fun. But, am I going up that ladder?
Too bad I don't have any other hatches to go to just yet.